The man was on the phone when he suddenly realized in fear that something looked strange in the rearview mirror. As he climbed up to the window to look behind, two vehicles full of armed men were approaching them. He immediately hung up the phone, then he pressed the horn like crazy, urging his partner to get in. At that moment, Hill still didn't know what was happening. He turned his head to look, then he shouted at the driver refueling at the back. He quickly ran and jumped into the vehicle. The driver dropped a fuel can and ran after them. Luckily the truck had just started and was still slow.
Run, motherfucker, junkie!
But the truck's fuel tank was nearly empty, so the driver risked being shot by bullets, and quickly opened the fuel tank cap, then poured in the last container of diesel. The armed vehicles behind them started accelerating too, and they kept firing at them non-stop. The armed men were getting closer and closer, but suddenly the armed vehicles came to a halt. While they were still confused about what just happened, a U.S. military helicopter flew directly over their heads, followed by 4 American armored vehicles. That's how the 3 of them escaped Iraq's Triangle of Death. Later, with the U.S. military escort, they arrived in Baghdad and handed over the 5,000 Beretta pistols from the deal to the U.S. forces. The U.S. colonel was impressed by what they had done. Personally escorting the truck for 800 kilometers across the Triangle of Death was no easy task, so he ordered his men to settle the payment in full.
What's wrong about you two? Great fucking job, boys. Great fucking job.
After arriving at the military warehouse, Hill was stunned by what he saw. The warehouse was filled with stacks of cash. This dangerous deal earned them a total of $3 million. Then they flew back to the US on a cargo plane. After this order, their ambitions grew even bigger. David even burned all his old massage tools. Their business started to flourish, until one day David stumbled upon a massive order. He called Hill over. They carefully went through the Pentagon's procurement info. 360,000 SVD sniper rifles, 1.08 million GP-30 grenades, and 100 million rounds of 7.62 mm bullets. This was the US military's 30-year ammo reserve for Afghanistan, with a total value of $1 billion. But the higher the profit, the tougher the challenge. To secure this massive deal, they flew overnight to Las Vegas, Nevada, to attend the once every 3 years expo. But the result left them completely hopeless, because they couldn't even handle the after-sales of such a large order. There were over 100 types of required documents alone. For 2 small-time middlemen like them, it was clearly impossible to pull it off. They had no choice but to give up the project. But that night, David went to a casino